What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Eddie Express DFS podcast presented to you by Draft Dashboard. Remember, you can try out all the tools that I show you in this video 30 days for $1 by clicking my link in the description below. Gets you access to the NHL, the NBA, and the NFL right now. We're going to be doing our NBA picks for today. Here's the cheat sheet. Sorry I have been on a little bit of a hiatus lately. I've been super busy with life, but I'm back today. So we're going to go through our picks. We're just going to do one lineup today. Here's a cheat sheet. The players that are in red are the players that I'm interested in. We'll go over the full picks right now. We'll get into the Watch Players tab. Click that thumbs up button. It always helps me out. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our new videos. First up today, I have Kevin Porter Jr. From the Cleveland Cavaliers going against the San Antonio Spurs. This guy's starting to see more minutes. He's cheap, $3,600. He doesn't need to get you much. Anything over 20 is fine, but he's got some upside too, as you can see. 17% projected ownership in a decent matchup. The Spurs ranked 26th against the shooting guard / small forward position and 21st overall in team total defense. Next up, I have Patty Mills, 8% projected ownership. Doesn't need a ton. He is 4,100. He's kind of just a guy that fit, not a guy I love rostering, but maybe San Antonio comes out and plays well. He gets some blowout run. It's a back-to-back for Cleveland. Cleveland just played with the Houston Rockets fairly well last night. So I'm thinking that San Antonio might come out and beat them up a little bit, maybe get some Patty Mills blowout run. Cleveland ranks 29th against point guard / shooting guards and 28th overall in team total defense. Next up, I have Derrick Rose, 5,700. He's not an exciting guy to roster because he's so scoring dependent and he comes off the bench. But Derrick Rose, his last two games, his minutes have been up, 37 points, 30 points. 5,700, you're looking for about 30 from him. Anything north of that is fine. Not the greatest matchup, though, in the world. Dallas ranks third in point guard / shooting guard defense and 10th overall in team total defense. If some value pops out that we're not aware of right now, guys like Patty Mills and Derrick Rose would be the guys that would be finding their ways out of my lineups. Next up, I have LaMarcus Aldridge, 25% projected ownership. Cleveland ranks 17th against power forward / center position and 28th in team total defense. It's a decent matchup. It's a good price tag on Aldridge, just $7K. He's put up 40 the last time out, 40, 48 in his last two games. So that's well over value. Next up, I have Kevin Love. He's going to be traded here shortly, so keep an eye on that. But Kevin Love at just 6,200 is too cheap, and people exploited that yesterday. He was 6K yesterday, and he put up 38. That's the kind of stuff you're looking from Kevin Love. That's why he's getting 21% projected ownership. He's just too cheap right now. So-so matchup, 15th against power forward / centers, and 21st in overall team total defense for the San Antonio Spurs. Next up, I have Will Barton against the Portland Trail Blazers. Barton has kind of boomer bust mentality. He can get you 20, he can get you 50, and it's usually somewhere in that range. So if he can land on the 35 number, I think that's plenty fine. 19% projected ownership, team defense of 20 for the Portland Trail Blazers, and 19th against the point guard / small forward position. Next up, I have my last two guys here are not in good matchups, but I think their price is just too cheap. So first up is Ben Simmons, 24% projected ownership going up against Boston. Boston's been decent defensively, but they do allow people to get into the paint and score. Ben Simmons, just 7,600. He only needs about 40. And 5th overall in team total defense and 5th against the small forward / point guard position. Next up, I have Joel Embiid, 9,500. You don't see him be this cheap very often. And the Celtics allow points in the paint. That's where Joel Embiid lives. I think Joel Embiid's in a smash spot tonight. Although he doesn't grade out all that well, he's pretty cheap. He's under 10K, and he's a star. So I think he can go to Joel Embiid tonight. Put that into our lineup optimizer on DraftKings, and we get our exact lineup that we want to have. It is Will Barton, Derrick Rose, Kevin Porter Jr., Kevin Love, Joel Embiid, Patty Mills, Ben Simmons, and LaMarcus Aldridge. I think that gives us a pretty confident lineup in just a 4-game slate with not a ton of ownership attached to the guys that I'm playing. So it'll be a little bit different. It's just a 4-game slate, so you kind of want to keep your ownership down and get guys that you like instead of play the chalk. But we'll see how that works out for us today. On FanDuel, we'll see what it spits out. I don't play over here a whole lot, so just take that note. But again, a lot of the similar guys. Marcus Smart, I think he might be out. You could go to a guy like DeLon Wright. But something like this on FanDuel, too, I think is very viable. You get Embiid and Aldridge together with Simmons, Barton, some high ownership guys and some low value guys as well. Thanks for stopping by. Remember, if you want to try out all the tools I just used in this video, you can do so by clicking my link in the description below. Try it out 30 days for $1. Really good stuff. Here's one more look at the cheat sheet in case you missed it. There's the ownership attached to it. Thanks for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and good luck today and win-win.